And hey everybody, it's SK again. It is time, my friends. It is time. I actually went and leveled after I got my level cap increased, but by the way, we did get LB1, Genkai 1, whatever the hell you want to call it. The quest that lets me increase my level cap to 55. We completed that yesterday. Yay! It only took me wasting an entire video by dying in Garley Citadel like twice. But that's irrelevant. I went off camera and I actually even got an additional couple levels in Bostonu Oubliette. I think that's how it's pronounced, something to that effect. So that way I can get a few extra levels just in case, because I hope to God, I heard this was a level 50 thing, and by that point it's still even somewhat difficult, so I got a few extra levels, so hopefully that means that for the love of God I will be able to actually take Angry Man down. Ophiotorus. Opiatorus? Something like that? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. But hopefully this means that he will be able to survive. Also, that slow-mo, though. That slow-mo. Is there a place I can go where it's not going to be slow? No? Okay. Well, I guess we're just going to be doing slow-mo stuffs then. That's fair enough. It works just as well. You know, the funny thing is, again, I leveled for 3 whole levels around in Bostonu Oubliette and had absolutely zero slowdown issues, so I'm starting to wonder if maybe the limitations of this being a single core, if my recording this is actually, if they're using the same core and it's having like a shit fit or something to that effect. I don't know if there's a way you can change it in the settings or some sort of setting so you can actually, oh god, Adelheid, you are fucking dead, dear. Never mind, you are totally alive. I lie. But I wonder if there's a way you can actually say which core you want it to play on so that... Alright, that's a really weird animation. That's a real weird animation. Okay. If I could... There we go. Are you giving me buffs? No, that's just a random person kind of chilling. Okay, that's cool. Okay, guys, look! Angry Orangutan Man is at 16% health! And I'm not on the verge of dying! It's so great, it's amazing what happens when you're actually at the correct level cap, apparently. Go figure, a level 50 thing after a level 30 thing, you know. Sense is being made, but again, it's also an overview for the entire game, so of course there would be a rather handsome level gap. And to be fair, there was a level gap in the game's missions as well. There was always like a 10 to 15 level gap, and he's dead! Fuck you, Angry Orangutan Man. Now, was that... Did I do it? Is there anything I can... Do I touch the thingy again? Do I go into the black hole? Hello? Yes? Oh, hi. Nice of you to show up. A battle worthy of the master. Yeah, I'm glad you just kind of stood there chilling. That's cool. Forgive me for pointing out the obvious, but the monster clearly came from beyond the vortex. But we must not let fear overwhelm us. Come, Lion needs saving. Why did I pronounce it like lion instead of just lion? The other dimension awaits. And there's something creeping in the shadows, right? Creeping through your window and all that. What the hell is that? At last. There she is. What? No, no. Angry Orangutan Man, no. No, I beat you fair and square, man. I beat you fair and square. And by fair and square, I mean it was 5v1 and I overleveled it. But no, man, that's not... Oh. That is some foreboding-ass music. Am I in the minus world? Zed and Lion. Lady Lion! Yo! And who is this? Iroh. Aroha? Aloha? Something like that? So you're the one who's joined us from the future. Word gets around, okay. I'm not one to put stock in fairy tales, yet here we are in this alternate dimension, so I'm willing to believe your tale. I suppose there are worse outcomes than being sucked up by a vortex, because being sucked up by a black hole is not the worst okay. And look who saved me. Don't let your guard down for a second. This may look like the Sanctuary of Zata, but it's not the one we know. Well, yeah, it's like in monochrome. Are you the one known as Zed? 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 Zed, whatever. He's Zed now. That is right, and you must be Iroha. Aldo has told me much about you. I knew I had to investigate as soon as I heard something was amiss. The only color here is the color of death, which is apparently black and white. This empty husk is void of anything that we could call nature. The first thing I noticed about this place is its striking resemblance to the Sanctuary of Zata, located in northeastern Mindardia. Okay. Zata, yes, I've run across that name several times before. Yes, it was when a master first visited Reisenjima. She said there was a sanctuary there, much like the one in my homeland. I envision it to be more bursting with splendor. Its layout and features resembles Zata, the one that we... Of that there can be no doubt, yet the magic and warmth are gone like the one in the different world entirely. Or is this the future? No, I do not believe so. If the coming emptiness is to swallow the world, then I would be more inclined to believe that we are catching a glimpse of what the swallowed world would be like. Didn't you already come from a swallowed world where this shit happened? Did you hear that? A bell. Ring-a-ding-ding! Please stay with us, says Iroha, as he, like, murders something? Something foul is afoot. The world blurred and I took leave of myself. You were under its thrall. It gives me chills just thinking about it. If the clamoring has ceased, then we may yet find respite. Master, this may be the world we refer to as Esha. I still have much to learn, but your words that day will always stay with me. When the darkness first came, the Middle Lands were the first to be assaulted. Swaths of land were consumed, leaving a colorless landscape where life once thrived. It marked the beginning of the end. And that world, you said, was known as Esha. Yet the annals say that the emptiness first started to appear many years hence. So why now? Why here? What if history were being rewritten? It could be that my returning to your time has placed a stick in the wheel of fate. Yeah, you never want to stick a wheel in the spoke of fate, man. You don't know where you're going to end up flying into. Has the darkness come with me? Though this may sound counterintuitive, I fear we must change the future if we are to save the past. Oh my god, it's back to the future! You are right, it is rather difficult to wrap my head around. Yeah. Iroha, there is no way to purge this Esha from our land? Would that I had the answers you seek. And only one path lies to us, figure out what we can for ourselves. If this land were not dangerous enough, now we have that unholy bell to contend with, perilous reality at best. Maybe we should return to the Mother Crystal first. Have you any insight, Lion? Nothing but my gut, I can feel her, calling out to me. Lion, wait! I know not what role she has to play, but her immediate bond with the future is beyond denial. Master, we must... Oh my god, words. Master, perhaps it would be best if we followed her. I mean, sure, you know, black and white wasteland. Sounds pretty cool. And I leave through here, yeah? Of course I don't have a map of Esha Zata. That would make things easy. So, where am I at? Also, this music is super foreboding. I've gotten used to there not really being much of any music in you know, in the world here. Decent challenge, low evasion, and defense. So this is like a level 50 area then? This isn't like level 99 town? Is that a good... Oh, excuse me, a good thing or a bad thing? This, at this moment, is a complete, just an utter surprise to me. I have no idea where I am, what I'm doing. This is 100% blind. This is not past SK, you know, waxing reminiscence... reminiscery? There's a word for that. Reminiscing, you know, waxing nostalgia. There we go. You know, there is no waxing nostalgia for this, because I have no fucking clue what the hell is going on. To be fair, I've only even visited the real Sanctuary of Zata like twice. And it was a freaking beautiful zone, to be fair. It was absolutely gorgeous looking. I'd never really given it... Why do I keep thinking I'm going to find the map? It's not going to do anything. Ain't nothing going to happen. Actually, no, let me check the map in wide scan, see if there's something. Eshin Worm, Eshin Crawler. Register all deeds. Eshin Portal number 1, that's where I came from. Register of Deeds, Affate. Wait a minute, let me go back this way. Those weren't actually people from other... Those weren't other NPCs from... You know, they weren't trust for some people. Those were actually, like, NPCs I probably needed to talk to, so maybe I should speak with them first. Nope, they were totally... Register of Deeds. Is that like a survival thing? A survival guide, McJig. Hello, Register of Deeds. How are you? What will you verify? Notorious monsters defeated. Stalt. Angerboda. Cute. Gold top. Fiala. You know, sensual Sandy. Alright. What the hell is this? Register of Deeds. What do you do? This is some weird shit. Hello, Affy. Who are you? What do you do? As soon as I set foot in this place, I knew I was in for a treat, but boy, word sped fast into these adventurous types. Me, I'm, Affy. What does an ugly mug like you call yourself? Better adventurer's name I've never heard. Surely you know what the Tenshoto is? Well, they sent me here off what was supposed to be a godforsaken land, but there's far more coin to make out here than I'd have imagined. So loosen up your purse string, because I've got sundries aplenty. Aye, I say coin to make, but there's a bit more of metaphor what's it than physical. What I'm looking for isn't gil, but a special substance known as Esha silt. Don't worry if you don't have any on you right now. Just go bash some skulls and over yonder. Be sure to be able to procure some from the corpses of the fallen. What the fuck? Everything's got a price, my fine friend. Most of all information. Grease my palms with 10 pinches of Esha silt and we'll do business. I don't have shit for you, bud. Alrighty then, so... It's good to know that corruption is still, you know, greed and corruption still thrive in a basically dead wasteland of emptiness and monochromatic sadness. That's always a plus. Also, where are my peoples at? Good. Alright, you're following me. Thank goodness. Thank goody gumdrops. I love the fact that this is also a new area, but you can still even use, like, the same, like, 2002 era, like, 2D rendered trees that are in 4 axes and stuff like that. It's pretty amazing. So it actually looks like they may have just straight up taken a portion of Sanctuary's Ata, at least in terms of like developer terms, just took a section of Sanctuary's Ata and then just straight up just made it black and white. Which, I mean, isn't necessarily bad. I'm actually usually a fan of these types of areas, these types of like instances, so to speak. Like one of my favorite zones, or one of my favorite instances in WoW was End Time, because that was the one where it set you into a distant future in which I think the old gods won and they basically blew up the world and shit. And End Time was basically Dragon Blight, but in future bad times. And they basically incredibly tough, has high defense. Eshindamal, high defense. And I'm going to assume you guys aggro, so I would like to not aggro you, if possible, while I go explorinating the countryside. Now, I also have prism powders and stuff like that, which I could probably use to make my life a little bit easier, but, you know, exploration and all that. Oh, this is, like, nothing here. Okay. So this is a dead end. That's good. I will never remember where most of this is. Oh, God. That's a Dommel, right? That's a giant camel thing? Camel giraffe? Creature? Something, something? Well, it's good to know that if nothing else survives, the Eshin weapons still survive. And fucking crawlers. It's always good to know that crawlers survived everything. You guys are freaking out over there? That's pretty cool. Hello, Mr. Crawlers. You guys aggro? No? Okay. Where is the way out? If there is a way out, or is it just a single point? Is this sort of like one of those like single point zones where you just kind of, you have one entrance and exit, you just kind of wander around, do your thing, and then leave? So, basically an instance. Mission portal number 3. How many portals are there? Do they take you to different areas of, like, Esha? Is there more empty territory and stuff? Incredibly tough, high evasion and defense. That's a lot of farkin' mobs in one shot, man. Okay, so Methinks I got the idea that, this might just be a nice, convenient leveling area. And that for now, I'm not really going to be getting much out of it, I think. Okay, so, missions. Place might be called Esha. Follow the crystals called Hala Damarmia. Okay. So I need to go back to my current time or current dimension or some shit. Oh, wait. Is this like one of those things where it's like it has both time travel and different dimensions? I mean, don't get me wrong. That's cool. You know, Dynamis is like, I think, like an alternate reality in which the Beastmen won the previous war and it's scary bad times and everything's kind of like effed up and all that good stuff. I wouldn't know. I never actually went to any of those dungeons because I never got to max level. But I do know their existence. And I guess this is supposed to be like an alternate dimension in which the emptiness kind of showed up a little earlier than normal, perhaps. What are you? What are you? What do you do? The light begins to shimmer and twist as you pass your hand over. The blinding light obscures your vision from the world beyond. What? I will say that looks a hell of a lot different than the normal, the quote-unquote normal Eshin portal that I came from. So perhaps that's actually a portal to another area, like a light world where we, one, live happily ever after in utopian society, yada yada yada, purple monkey dishwasher? Perhaps? Grimm's Light, what is this? If you have a Reaper. Mass Effect joke? I understand. Oh, okay. Reaper is the scythe thingy that you use for for harvesting, yeah? But hey, cheap Mass Effect joke, I guess it's there. I will say, I like the music. It's very, you know, ominous and atmospheric and all that kind of stuff, and I think I'm lost. I'm pretty sure I'm lost now. I ended up in a place I didn't want to end up. There's also something green over here, unless it's one of more of those Grim Fandango things. It's another Grim Fandango. Oh, hi! Hey, it's Oligor! Hey, Oligor, man, how you doing? How you doing, my friend? So, let's see if we can survive. Incredibly tough, high evasion, and defense. We're gonna find out real fucking quick if this is something I can do or not. I certainly hope so. I'm actually doing damage, so that means I may theoretically be able to survive, I think. In any case. This Max Payne slow-mo time is pretty interesting. Unfortunate, but interesting. Let's close that real quick. Maybe that will do something. I don't want to, like, overload the one core that I'm apparently allowed to use. Let's close this as well. Maybe that will do something also. I don't know. I don't get it. It makes my brain hurt. So, Mr. Eschencorp, sir. If you could not kill me, I would be appreciative in that endeavor. These things are probably... In that case, if this is incredibly high, if this is IT++, chances are this guy is probably, like, in the 60s. Oh, shit, yeah. Yeah, y'all need to heal him, like, super quick. Like, super quick. Oligor does not fuck around, does he? I mean, he was talking about destruction and all that, but he was really useful when he was in my party, so what the hell did I care if he was, like, you know, evil incarnate? You don't aggro, do you, Vulture? Good, okay. That's a plus. So what the hell is up with this Shaz? Okay, I'm gonna cheat. Someone said I could zoom out and look at the zone. Oh, shiza. Oh, that's what it does. If you zoom out too far, it basically goes back to, like, the inniest of zoominess-ism. So, basically, I have no fucking clue where I am. Like, literally no idea. I think I started to, like, the south, maybe? Like, the southwestern corner, perhaps? Oh, hey, maybe I should be paying more attention, because Valenarol just got his ass kicked. That's not good. Okay, we're gonna 2-hour. We 2-hour now, boys. And all you guys need to do is just keep my ass alive. That's all I'm asking, is just keep me alive. And I might be able to allow you to survive. allow you to survive, you might be able to survive. I might be able to survive as well, which is even better. Did you just silence me, bitch? You totally did. Go F yourself. So, Kupipi, you wanna, like, toss me that heal at some point? I would love it. Oh, good. That doesn't reset my count timer thing. Okay. Give me a cure 4, please. Pretty please. Pretty please, with, like, a yacht on top and shit. Because this dude's kicking my ass, man. Got that slow-mo going on, but he is kicking my ass, man. Also, feel free to leave me a comment to let me know if you guys just want me to keep it on 30 FPS so this crap does not happen. It doesn't really bother me that much now that I know that it's basically just a limitation of the game, and it's got some weird-ass mechanic shit to it that it's just sort of like, hey! the animation speed is actually tied to the frame rate, so if I'm not at exactly 58.8 frames per second, it basically has a spaz attack and then just starts going into slow-mo until it hits 29 frames per second, at which point it just hops back to normal. Okay, so I don't want to be here. I definitely do not want to be here. Here's hoping I don't aggro as I'm trying to bring all these guys back out. Also, I think I might be using those prism powders and silent oils because I would rather not lose. I'm in a very scary place and I'm not sure I like it. Also, if this is what the endgame areas are, if your endgame is just going here, man, that sucks. That sucks real bad. Abilities. Can I use chakra yet? It's a goddamn 5-minute cooldown? Bullshit. Alright, fair enough. Okay, 1200 divided by 4 is 300, so I need to be at about... I'm actually just under the 75% health threshold. I don't know if these things aggro low health, so I'm basically resting long enough to get above that 75%. Okay, good. Now I'm going to use these silent oils and prism powders, and again, you always want to use prism powders last because you can't do shit when you're invisible, which is kind of sensible, but at the same time it's kind of, oh my god, well, I'm dead. What the hell is attacking me? You're okay, you know what, just take me. Just kill me. I don't even care. I'm a little bit irritated that I wasted the prism powder or the silent oil, but you know what, fuck it. Just kill me. I don't even care. How far of an aggro range does that dude have? Alright. So, that's Esha. Okay. That's good to know. Oh, but since I'm here, I actually managed to, while doing my whole levelly goodness off screen, I actually went ahead and... Ooh, I gotta sell some of these crystals. I actually went and got these things right here for one of the other quest mission things that I have. Where is it? Nope, that's not what I want. Quests. Missions. The Echo Awakens. I have to go to Quiffam Island somewhere and then trade those 3 items or have those 3 items in my inventory. So let's go ahead. And it's like the stupidest thing. This is actually like 200 gil to travel here instead of like the 5 minutes it would take for me to walk there myself. Because I'm lazy, primarily. Oh shit, I also realized that I closed the wiki when I was trying to figure out why everything was moving so slow. Wiki... I don't need to know Magicite. Not right now, anyway. That one's going to be a freaking thing and a half for that. I'm going to tell you that right now. Echo Awakens. Yes, I'm cheating by looking it up on a wiki. I know exploration and, you know, all of that stuff. That's great and all. Actually, let's wide scan. Something about a question mark. Are there question marks around here? Undulating confluence. The undulating confluence can kind of like go F itself. Straight up. Oh, it's like a level 30 thing. U11 just outside of... Wait, no. At the eastern edge of G6. Eastern edge of G6. I'm at G7 right now, so... G6, so it's like along a cliff here somewhere then, right? Is that pretty much it? I didn't know this was like a level 30 thing. I'd have been doing this instead. Well, shit, that's what I get for trying to mainline the main quest and being like, nothing else important. So, there we go. It'll be interesting to figure out what the hell all of this is, though. Mainly because I have not gone into detail about any of these other zone things. So, it'd be interesting to see all these... Oh, is this what I need? Question marks. Hello, question marks. What can I do for you? There's nothing out of the ordinary here. Okay. How about I trade you these things, yeah? Actually, I don't think I can trade multiple items at the same time. Did that do anything? I literally can't do anything. Yay, cutscene! Whoa. Ah, there you are. I knew you'd come. Is this like Demon Child again? Yep. Ghost Demon Child? Alright. Damien, son of the devil, how are you? Let's see what you've brought with you. The Speed Saw, Lux, Luna, and Astrum. Excellent. Ah, excellent. I can just see him doing the little Mr. Burns finger curl thing. Long, long ago, in a distant land, IQ, yada, 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 long before your great-grandfather, even your great-grandfather's great-grandfather, ever drew breath, there was a song. A song born from the mouths of the ancient gods themselves. A dreadful, terrible song that, if sung to the conclusion, would mean the end of the world, the lay of destruction. Really? The end of the world is a song, huh? Like rhythm is a dancer? It all began with a stone, or so the legend says. In ages past, a sentient jewel, enormous and beautiful, banished the darkness. Its many-colored light filled the world with life and brought forth mighty gods. Did we not hear this already? Did that thing just, like, warp back to its home point? Like warp pointception. Bathed in that light, the world entered the age of bliss until after time the gods fell into slumber. The world was called Vanadil, but the song continues. Uh-oh, that's bad music. However, this age will not last. The great bane will devour the fair land of Vanadil. You what, mate? The ancient seal will be broken, awaking nightmares of ages past. A tragic age of darkness will reign, and yet the gods will not wake from their slumber. You gotta freaking give him a second alarm or something, man. Tell him to stop using the damn snooze button. That world was called Vanadil, but the song continues. What? Did he stutter? Yes, it's all becoming so clear now. The lay of the ancient gods, a song never meant to reach mortal ears. What? The strains of the forbidden verse have spilled over into our world, weaving themselves into the rush of the wind, the crash of the waves, and the heartbeats of every living being on Vanadil. What? It has already become one with us, never to return from its rightful time and place. What? A single sound echoes, the echoes once more. What began as a whisper grows into a roar as it reverberates through time and space. Don't you see, there's no turning back, not now. The fate of mankind, of this very world, has been set in motion. What? The lost song remains undiscovered. There is a great and terrible battle still to be fought over this song. A battle that will see the love and hatred of the ancient gods shake this world to its very core. A battle from which even you will not return unscathed. But now is not the time for such talk. You will see for yourself in due time. Okay, maybe I'm just my puny ape brain can't understand what the hell is being said. What the hell is this man-child demon thing talking about? Is he saying that this ancient song that is supposed to bring life to the world and death to the world when it started being sung was dispersed into people, so people are causing the world's destruction? If so, that's the most obvious fucking statement of all time. It is now the echo of ancient lay that has... It is the echo of the ancient lay that has awakened to threaten the existence of our world. It must be silenced at all costs. It is this echo that, if left unchecked, will cast open the door to paradise and unravel the very fabric of Vanadil itself. Isn't paradise a good thing? But what can be done? How are we to fight that which can neither be seen nor heard? Perhaps there is a way. What? Final Fantasy games, please! The shards you brought here were not only fragments of the crystal to fall from the heavens. Perhaps the others hold the answers we seek. Perhaps they will reveal to us how to save this world. What? Speed Salt, Rosium, Carlium, and Veritas. You must discover them quickly before they fall into the wrong hands. So I'm coming back to Quiffin for that. If those nosy goblins were to stumble across them, we can only imagine what effect the power crystal might have. And he just vanishes out of existence. Because all of this makes sense. I've been waiting for you, and you better hurry. With each passing moment, the echo grows stronger, ever closer to drowning out the sound of our very existence. Dude. What? I am so... Okay, let me see. Let me, like, reread this. Long ago in a distant land, Aiku, yada yada yada, song born from the mouths of ancient god, a dreadful, terrible song that some to conclusion would mean the world, the lay of destruction. It all began with the stone, so the legend said. Sentient jewel enormous banished the darkness. The song continues. However, this age will not last. The great bane. Yet the gods do not... The lay of the ancient gods. A song never meant to reach mortal ears. So... Banish the darkness. So I'm assuming the gods he's talking about are actually, like, really bad things, and the crystal was like, kapow! Get out my face, this is my Vanadil world type thing. And now that the mother crystal is kind of, like, doing its thing and not doing what it's supposed to be doing, it's the gods are slumbering and the world's gonna end, and they're just gonna be like, you know, gonna hit the snooze button at the wrong time, and then all of a sudden, whoops, there goes reality or some shit. Something about gravity and mom's spaghetti or some shit. I don't understand. What the fuck are you talking about? So, let's continue with the main quest line then, because I don't know what the fark is going on. Meridabad Mountains. Okay. No, not quite. Nowhere. Shushu, Arganu, Quiffum, Elshima Low, definitely not. Next page. How am I still only on one page? Bastanu, Obliette, Zulkheim is Selbina. Oh, and Lithane Plateau. Definitely want to go. Oh god, sneezing. Oh god, sneezing. Woo, that was a powerful one. Okay, so that was a nice little weird, nonsensical interlude. Let's just go back to the main quest and see what we can do with the whole holla type stuff. Because as, you know, up their own ass about the story as they may be, for this one at the very least, I can follow it. Because seriously, that kid was talking in riddles, and maybe I just suck, but... that was not the time to end that sentence. Maybe I just suck and don't understand what the hell they're talking about, but that kid's talking in riddles, and I don't want to say not necessarily a fan of the Mysterious card, because one of my favorite characters of all time is Batman. But Batman is a kind of mysterious you can understand. He's mysterious because, you know, people are going to try and kill him at pretty much any given moment. This kid was just speaking in riddles because he's like the construct of some sort of supernatural being that may not understand human consciousness kind of thing. That's the feel I'm getting here. He might be the manifestation of the crystal itself, perhaps? Or maybe a manifestation of one of these slumbering gods, like they're, you know, they're unwaking conscious, and they're like, hey, maybe we should, like, fucking do something about this before the world that, you know, we originally had turns into, like, poopy. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll come back to that at a later date. Mother Crystal! More fun than a pillow fight. I know I already possessed a poop. Okay. I guess I'm running around then. The Shattered Telepoint is in the opposite side of this. Despite being a four-sided pyramid thing, it only has, like, 2 crystals, which is kind of weird. And you only have access to 3 sides, I think. One of the sides actually has that giant, like, neck bone structure thing jutting out of it. And what is that, anyway? Was that supposed to be, like, ancient technology sort of thing? Like an ancient tramway or something? That'd be pretty nifty if that were the case. Alrighty, let's get some storyline going on here while I blow my nose. Okay, Lion, what the hell is your deal? What do you got going on now? I saw it again. That special orb you have is a relic from the future. Maybe that explains the visions I've been having. Wait, what orb do I have? Why do I have an orb? When did I get an orb? If what it portends is true, then there is nothing we can do to stop the darkness from approaching. Well, nihilism. But I saw nothing about whether or not you were there to try and stop it. What if there was no one to stand up for Vanadil? Will it perish with but a whimper? Lion, perhaps it is because the orb is not fully illuminated. I agree. Yet we learned about the coming darkness before light could fully arrive, likely ushering it in before we were ready. I didn't know what the two of you were on about, so I'll speak one simple question. What can we do? I like Zed. He's straight up to the point. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, so look. What are we doing here? Another image that floated before my eyes was one of you vanquishing the Shadow Lord. The Shadow Lord? Yeah, I'm badass like that. And the crystal spoke to you when it did. Then it all falls into place. Wait, what? It all falls to... What? You must stand steadfast against the Lord of the Beastmen in order to set history upon its proper course. In the future from which I hail, the Master faced many threats, not just this one, and came to be known as one of Vanadil's most storied heroes. Master, you must take your first steps along that path. Stop the Shadow Lord. And you now know everything that I do. I'll be with you every step of your journey to conquer the Shadow Lord. Oh, it's the orb. It's the Rhapsody in white orb. Okay, it's the one that gives you the awesomeness, awesome stuffs. Okay, I get it now. What the? Lady Lion, allow me to express my gratitude. Your Odyssey and Strength of Spirit has taken physical form. And now I have a pair of balls in my hand. Bow, chicka, bow, wow. And now you can use it? Then you're quite welcome. That's what she said. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. In the meantime, I'll continue my search for the information about the Shadow Lord. Zed, what do you plan on doing? Gilgamesh has asked me to report back as soon as I know something, so my first order of business is to return to Norg. Lion and Zed, your assistance has been invaluable. Because they're badass. You can tell they're main characters because, one, the chick is all scantily clad and the guy is basically a hawking monstrosity. Master and I intend to learn all I can about that bell. I await good news from the Shadow Lord's defeat. Until then... Oh, same as the beginning storyline where she kind of like slowly pimp walks away. Hey, cool! I got Scythe, I got Lion's alter ego too. Booyah! So that's chapter 1 too, yeah? Tutorial. Because apparently tutorials are still things that I'm doing. The intermediate is a cheat level 99. I think that's hilarious. I also need to like do all of these quests. And obtain all of these things. Hey, didn't I do this? Obtain job. Yes, I did that. Woot woot. I got 300 experience for that. I also got this. Fuck that quest. For real, for real. Quest artifacts. Quest artifact 2. Artifact 3. Oh, I already did this. Give me them sparks of experience, please. I also need to do, like, the Gobby Bag quest. Hold up, you can get... Oh, I was going to say, I'm like, you can get inventory... No, you can get inventory expansion to 80? Bullshit, it used to be cap at 60, but then again, the cap used to be at 75, too, so what the fuck do I know? There we go. Rhapsodies O Vanadil. Missions, Rhapsodies of Vanadil. Chapter 1-3. Complete your home nation's mission up to rank 6 and begin Volto Oscuro. Or land after time. So in other words, okay, I do have to go through rank 5, defeat the Shadow Lord, do all that shit, and then I become the badass of all badasses. Woot woot. Alright, well this was an interesting foray into foray-ness. It's going to be a little bit shorter than other episodes, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure that my dinner is going to be coming soon, and that's going to be really awkward pause if I'm talking to myself as this guy's like trying to hand me a bunch of pizza. So... if you enjoyed this all, feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. If you want to send hate mail, groovy, go for it. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.